American Pet Pig Association. They are the oldest continuing existing organization. They have just recently changed the name from North American Potbelly Pig Association to Pet Pig, which better exemplifies the mission. The goal is basically the welfare of all pet pigs. We want to make sure that every pig is in a good home, well cared for, that the people who have them know what they're doing. People are people. They jump on the latest craze. They see something cute. They want something different. They don't know what they're getting into. I was actually one of those people when I got my first pig. I had no idea what I was getting into. I did not realize that an indoor piglet is like a toddler on crack. And so what we see a lot of are people who get them on impulse, don't know what they're doing and want to dump them. People who get them, and then after a couple of years, their situation changes. Maybe there's a divorce, or the family has to move and they can't find a place that will allow them to keep their pig, or neither person wants the pigs, things like that. We see a lot of that. The other thing I see a lot of is people getting piglets way, way too young, like days or just weeks old. And the danger there, besides malnutrition, is that the piglet doesn't get important social lessons from the pig's mom. So they end up with a pig that's really confused. They don't know they're pigs. They think they're people, but they are pigs. So they try to interact with people the way a pig would, and it's perceived as aggression. So I see a lot of that. And then another problem that I see that I think is going to be bigger in the future is that a lot of pigs right now are ending up in small private rescues. And a lot of these, they do good for a while, but if there's only one person running the show and something happens to that person, then you have to place anywhere from 10 to 20 pigs that have already been dumped. So those are the biggest problems that I see. A lot of people are lied to directly by breeders, and the sad part is sometimes not even intentionally, because a lot of times breeders don't even know what they're doing. They don't know how to feed properly. They just got a couple of pigs and said, oh, look, we can make some money this way. But other times people are deliberately misled. Go onto the internet, you'll see hundreds of pictures of little piglets with teacups. Yes, every newborn animal is small. It's got to be small to come out of the mother, but they grow, and a full-grown pig is very different from a tiny piglet. So a lot of breeders will sell for the cuteness factor, not the animal. The breeders don't put a lot of this in writing. They'll talk to you on the phone. It'll be face-to-face. A lot of times they'll actually try to meet the buyers someplace far away from the farm, like halfway between buyer's home and the breeder's home. A few years ago in Cleveland, there was a pet store that was selling one pet piglet, the same piglet, over and over again. They would sell the piglet and about $300 worth of supplies along with this piglet to people who lived in apartments, people who lived in places that weren't zoned for them. Once to a teenage girl whose parents said, no, you must take this piglet back. So what we did, because the store would take the piglet back but not refund the $300 in supplies, what we did was we had the Ohio Attorney General investigate this, and they decided that the store was not actually selling piglet. It was using the piglet as a way to sell these supplies and force them to refund the money to all the families that had bought and returned this piglet. And that pet store no longer sells pet pigs. What I found a lot of times is if someone is trying to make money doing something, they aren't going to listen. There's nothing you can do that's going to help them. There's nothing you can do to educate them. Their mind is set on making money doing this. And the kind of person who can get into that mindset with animals is not an easy person to reach.